Did you know that in Ryazan there is an oil refinery with eyes? When you bomb them, they look. The debris flies to the sides. On the night of January 24th, the deep-sea dwellers experienced the exciting movement of Mamulechka. It flew over the Dyagalivo military airfield in Engels, the Ryazan oil refinery, the Novorizhanskaya thermal power plant and the Kremniel defense plant in Bryansk. The nobodies moaned on social networks that they were scared and when would it all end? And the armed forces of Ukraine quoted the peaceful Putin in response, "We haven't even started yet. Be patient, it will really arrive soon." In the meantime, 13 regions of the cave were covered by the ghost of Goida, so much so that 10 airports suspended operations. The tango of fear can be performed by two. Putin was not bored either, having suddenly rushed to the Kremlin, excited by Trump's chatter, who suddenly began to blackmail with increased sanctions if Putin does not make a deal. Actually, the devil is initially about the deal. But we must understand that whoever makes a deal with him loses automatically. After Zelensky hinted at the need for American peacekeepers in Ukraine, Trump accused him of accepting Putin's challenge and starting a war with a large and powerful enemy. "I could have made this deal so easily, but Zelensky decided, I want to fight," Trump said. He does not want to know that the Ukrainian war is patriotic and sacred, and Zelensky would have been hanged by his own people if he had given the order to retreat. Putin attacked, and this is a fact, the Russian war is imperialistic and predatory. But the red-haired clown continues to grimace, pretending to be a powerful referee above the fray, because he himself is an imperialist. Just like his Nazi-giving right hand, Elon Musk, who has already become an eyesore to Americans and who is already being compared to Icarus, who flew too close to the sun. Where the sun is, of course, not Trump, but the government. But the most interesting thing is how will the shameless Soviet Jews, who so diligently promoted Trump and his Nazi-giving party comrade, justify themselves now? All these Wellers and Fagins, Tabaks and other Borovoys? And the first menacing urges of Trump the coercer were met with a shrug in the Kremlin. Because they know for sure Donnie is playing the fool. It's a game, scare the Chekist with red toe. "We don't see anything new here," Peskov murmured. Another official clarified, "We have an imbalance and inflation, but the situation is not so acute as to demand an end to all military action. We are able to insist on our demands, and if Ukraine's defense continues to collapse, as it is now, it would be wiser for the other side to agree to our terms. And the terms are simple: Ukraine is ours, otherwise it will cease to exist by the end of 2025. As will Moldova." Nikolai Patrushev stated this. That's the Kremlin's entire position, in case anyone didn't understand. So Trump will either have to take off his clown costume of a coercer and leave the war to his European partners to sort out, or open the coffers and fill Ukraine with weapons, and flood the world with cheap oil, which will collapse the cave in a few months. However, he has already called Saudi Prince bin Salman and agreed to lower oil prices. But it is one thing to talk about it, and quite another to actually lower them, squeezing the last money for the war out of the Kremlin's pockets. By the way, Putin's toad Orban, having read Trump's bellicose post addressed to the Russians and the bald man, immediately changed register and croaked that he would abandon the threat to block the extension of EU sanctions against Russia. I think that Hungary would be better off clarifying everything with its American hero. "He seems to be very supportive of sanctions against Russia," said an EU diplomat on condition of anonymity. And Trump still does not calm down. The desire for deals is so strong that he declares again and again his readiness to talk to Putin even now, and establish contacts with Kim Jong-un. He has already talked to Xi Jinping, now he needs to kiss the wen, pet the rat, and the Minsk potato will roll itself. And the world will come to a red-haired Jamahiriya under the leadership of a cheerful company of strong leaders-managers.